Hit by Hill, spins his way inside.
Settling for a couple threes to start things, and there's a great ball from Prince, but Lopez keeps it alive. And
Giannis Antetokounmpo, that skinny kid, stateless, who used to sell sunglasses on the streets of Greece to survive, has dunked his way through the entire NBA world with 2 MVP titles and a championship ring that would make even Michael Jordan nod in approval. From the rundown apartments of Sepolia, he climbed to the top with dunks that shook the Fiserv Forum. But then, a collision that injured Kyrie Irving's ankle sparked controversy, with crowds and experts roaring that the Greek freak played dirty to seize glory. Through the storm of criticism, he stood tall, crushing all doubts with an iron will and rare kindness. So, how did someone whose morality was questioned become a shining example for a new generation in the NBA? Right now, let's dive into the life of the Greek god, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue joining us on our journey to discover the most fascinating stories. A boy without a country. Born on December 6, 1994, in Athens, Greece, to a family of Nigerian immigrants, Giannis is the third of 5 Antetokounmpo brothers. His parents, Charles and Veronica, left Nigeria in 1991, seeking a better life in Greece, leaving their eldest son, Francis, with his grandparents in Lagos. Upon arriving in Athens, they had no legal papers, didn't speak Greek, and had no guarantees for the future. Charles, a former soccer player in Nigeria, and Veronica, a high jumper, had to take on odd jobs to support their family, carrying loads, street vending, anything that could earn money. But even then, their income wasn't enough to feed 5 mouths. Giannis and his brothers, Thanasis, Kostas, and later Alex, were born in Greece, but they were not recognized as citizens. For the first 18 years of his life, Giannis was a stateless child, belonging neither to Greece nor to Nigeria. This left his family living in constant fear. A single complaint from a neighbor about noise or a surprise police check could lead to deportation. "We were always afraid," Giannis once recounted in an interview with the New York Times. "My parents didn't trust anyone because they knew we could lose everything at any moment." To help their parents, Giannis and his older brother Thanasis started working on the streets from the age of 6 or 7. They sold watches, sunglasses, handbags, pirated CDs, and anything that could bring in a few euros. Rain or shine, the 2 brothers roamed the sidewalks of Athens, from Ammonia Square to the tourist areas near the Acropolis, trying to hawk their wares, hoping to earn enough for bread or to pay the electricity bill. "The days we sold a lot were the happiest days," Giannis recalled in an interview with ESPN. "I remember the feeling of bringing money home to my mother, seeing her smile, and knowing we would have a hot meal that night." Basketball wasn't Giannis's initial dream. It came as a chance opportunity to escape street life. Before that, he and Thanasis often played soccer on the vacant lots of Sepolia, dreaming of following in their father Charles's footsteps. But in 2007, when Giannis was 13, a local coach named Spiros Veliniatis spotted the 2 brothers in a street soccer game. Seeing their exceptional height and quick feet, Spiros invited them to try basketball at Philathletikos, a small club in the Zografo district a few kilometers from Sepolia. At first, Giannis wasn't very interested. He was clumsy with the ball, often dropping it, and had to share torn shoes with Thanasis because the family couldn't afford more. But Spiros didn't give up. He not only taught them how to shoot, but also supported the Antetokounmpo family by bringing food to their home: bread, cheese, meat, and sometimes paying the rent when they were about to be evicted. "Spiros was the first person to believe in us," Giannis told The Guardian. "Without him, I'd probably still be selling sunglasses on the street." Giannis began training tirelessly on Philathletikos' concrete court, often walking or running for miles to get there because he couldn't afford bus fare. His height skyrocketed from 6 feet 3 inches at age 13 to 6 feet 9 inches at 18, and his skinny frame gradually became muscular thanks to intense training sessions. In 2009, at age 15, he joined Philathletikos' youth team, playing alongside Thanasis under the guidance of coach Takis Sivas. From 2011, at age 17, Giannis was promoted to Philathletikos' senior team in the Greek second division. This was his first major turning point. With a wingspan of 7 feet 3 inches, longer than his height, incredible jumping ability, and rare speed for a tall player, he quickly made an impression. In the 2012 to 2013 season, he played 26 games, averaging 9.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1 block per game. Modest numbers, but enough to catch the attention of European scouts. He played as a guard despite his towering height, leading many to call him a freak phenomenon of Greek basketball. In December 2012, a highlight video of Giannis in the A2 League was posted on YouTube by a fan, attracting the attention of NBA scouts. Danny Ainge of the Boston Celtics and Masai Ujiri of the Toronto Raptors were among the first to notice him, but he was still an unknown, a player who had never played in a top-tier league, never left Greece, and didn't even have a passport. In early 2013, Giannis signed a contract with CAI Zaragoza of Spain for $325,000 per year, but he never played for the team because the NBA draft came first. In April 2013, just weeks before the draft, he and Thanasis were denied visas to the United States to attend tryouts because of their lack of citizenship. Thanks to the intervention of Philathletikos and the Greek government, he was finally granted citizenship on May 9, 2013, the first time in his life he officially belonged to a country. Just a few days later, he flew to the U.S. with the only pair of shoes he owned, carrying the hope of changing his family's life. From the dusty streets of Sepolia, where Giannis Antetokounmpo used to sell sunglasses under the scorching sun to support his family, he stepped onto the stage of the 2013 NBA Draft with borrowed shoes and a burning dream, a turning point that opened a brilliant career, transforming the Greek freak from an unknown to a global basketball legend. Rising as the Greek freak on June 27, 2013, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, the name Giannis Antetokounmpo was called as the 15th pick in the first round of the NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks. Wearing a borrowed suit, with teary eyes and a radiant smile, he stepped onto the stage, carrying the hope of changing his family's life from the Sepolia slums in Greece. From a stateless, inexperienced enigma, Giannis transformed himself into the Greek freak, an NBA phenomenon with 2 MVP titles, an NBA championship, and a legacy that continues to be written. When he joined the Bucks, Giannis was just an 18-year-old, 6'11" inches tall, but skinny, weighing less than 190 pounds. He arrived in Milwaukee with only a small suitcase and a promise to send money home to his family. His first season wasn't spectacular, averaging 6.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists in 77 games with a 41.4% shooting percentage. He played mainly as a small forward, often overpowered by opponents physically. Then coach Larry Drew commented, "He's very raw, but you can see the potential to explode in every stride." Giannis struggled to adapt to the speed and intensity of the NBA. He told ESPN that he didn't understand much English, relying on his older brother Thanasis to communicate with teammates. But hard work paid off. He spent hours after each practice improving his shooting and dribbling skills, determined to prove he deserved the opportunity the Bucks gave him. In the 2014 to 2015 season, Giannis gained weight to 220 pounds, thanks to a strict training and nutrition regimen, beginning to showcase incredible physical strength. He averaged 12.7 points and 6.7 rebounds, helping the Bucks reach the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. By the 2015 to 2016 season, with his height reaching 6 feet 11 inches and a wingspan of 7 feet 3 inches, he transitioned to playing more versatile roles, from power forward to point guard under the guidance of coach Jason Kidd. He finished the season with 16.9 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 4.3 assists, becoming the youngest player in Bucks history to be selected for the 2017 All-Star team at age 22. The nickname Greek Freak began to spread as he displayed unbelievable plays, running the entire court in just 3 strides, dunking from the free throw line, or making no-look assists. The game against the Golden State Warriors on February 7, 2016, was a milestone. He scored 27 points and 12 rebounds, almost defeating the then reigning champions. Milwaukee fans began calling him the Greek Giant, and he responded by signing a 4-year, $100 million contract with the Bucks in September 2016, a turning point that took him from poverty to millionaire status. From the 2017 to 2018 season, Giannis became the Bucks' brightest star, leading the team to a 60-22 record in the 2018 to 2019 season, the best in the NBA that year. He averaged 27.7 points, 12.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 1.5 blocks, with a 57.8% shooting percentage, winning his first MVP award at age 24. He was the second player in Bucks history after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to receive this award, and his tearful acceptance speech, when he mentioned his father Charles, who passed away in 2017, moved the world. In the 2019 to 2020 season, Giannis stepped up his game with 29.5 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, despite playing only 30.4 minutes per game on average, the fewest among historical MVP era. He won his second consecutive MVP, becoming the third player after Bill Russell and Michael Jordan to achieve this feat before age 26, while also grabbing the Defensive Player of the Year award. The game against the Miami Heat on August 31, 2020, was a highlight. He scored 40 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists, solidifying his status as a rare talent in the NBA. The 2020 to 2021 season was the peak of Giannis's career. After signing a 5-year, $228 million Supermax contract in December 2020, the largest contract in NBA history at that time, he led the Bucks to their first championship in 50 years. In Game 6 of the NBA Finals on July 20, 2021, against the Phoenix Suns, Giannis scored 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks, including 17-19 free throws, a historic performance that helped the Bucks win 105-98 and close the series 4-2. He received the Finals MVP award with averages of 35.2 points, 13.2 rebounds, and 5 assists in the final series, becoming the first player in history to win MVP, DPOY, and Finals MVP in his career. The moment he sat crying with the game ball after the match, calling his mother Veronica in Greece, was an unforgettable image. "I do this for my family, for Sapolia," he said in the press conference. The championship was not only a victory for the Bucks, but also a confirmation that a boy from the slums could conquer the world. After the championship, Giannis continued to improve. In the 2021 to 2022 season, he averaged 29.9 points and led the Bucks to the Eastern Conference semifinals. In the 2022 to 2023 season, despite the Bucks' early exit in the first round of the playoffs, he still achieved 31.1 points and 11.8 rebounds, remaining a top candidate for MVP. By the 2023 to 2024 season, with the addition of Damian Lillard, the Bucks returned to the top of the Eastern Conference, and Giannis averaged 30.4 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists, another complete season in his career. From rim-shaking dunks at the Fiserv Forum to 2 MVP titles and an NBA championship, Giannis Antetokounmpo has reached the pinnacle of his career. The Greek Freak not only dominates the basketball court, but also turns sweat and talent into a massive financial empire, making the world marvel at his wealth. Young USD millionaire Giannis Antetokounmpo, the brightest star of the Milwaukee Bucks, is not only a basketball phenomenon, but also a financial icon with an incredible fortune. As of March 2025, at age 30, he is estimated by Forbes to have a net worth of around $110 million, a figure expected to skyrocket in the future thanks to huge contracts and smart investments. Giannis earns tens of millions of dollars annually from endorsement deals. He is the face of numerous major brands such as Nike, WhatsApp, JBL, Tissot, Google Pixel, Hulu, T-Mobile, and Kronos Foods. In particular, the contract with Nike is a huge source of income. Since 2017, he has had his signature shoe line, Zoom Freak. According to Forbes, Nike pays him about $10 million per year, not including revenue from millions of shoes sold worldwide. In total, he earns more than $25 million annually from endorsements, making him one of the most sought-after athletes in the world. Giannis doesn't hesitate to spend money on real estate to enjoy a luxurious life and take care of his family. In 2018, he bought a $1.8 million mansion in River Hills, Wisconsin, just a 15-minute drive from the Bucks' home arena. This 10,000-square-foot house has 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a swimming pool, an indoor basketball court, and views of the Milwaukee River, an ideal home for him and his girlfriend Mariah Riddlespringer and their children. In 2019, he continued to invest in real estate in Greece, buying a luxury villa in Costa Navarino for an estimated $2.5 million. This house is located near the Mediterranean Sea with modern design, an infinity pool, and ample space for him to relax each summer with his family. In addition, he owns another luxury apartment in Milwaukee, bought in 2020 for $600,000, used as a secondary residence when he needs privacy. His total real estate value currently exceeds $5 million and may increase as he continues to invest. Giannis not only spends money but also knows how to make it grow. Through his company Ante Inc., he invests in many fields, from Ready Nutrition, Antidote Health, to Wave Sports, plus entertainment. He also owns a 1% stake in the Milwaukee Brewers baseball team and a 10% stake in Nashville SC. Recently, he and his brothers established the investment fund Build Your Legacy Ventures, investing in Unrivaled, a 3x3 women's basketball league, and plans to expand their investment portfolio in 2025. Another notable move is his foray into the entertainment industry. In 2020, Disney signed a contract with the Antetokounmpo family to produce the film Rise, which tells the story of their journey from Sepolia to the NBA, released on Disney Plus in 2022. The film not only generated revenue, but also strengthened his personal brand. Additionally, he partnered with ESPN analyst Jay Williams to launch Improbable Media in 2024, a sports content production company which promises to bring significant profits in the future. Despite being known for his frugality since his rookie days, like running to the arena because he sent all his money home to his family, Giannis now owns a dream car collection. He has a Land Rover Defender, $120,000, a BMW i8, $150,000, a GMC Hummer EV, $110,000, and a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, $180,000, totaling over $500,000 in value. Despite building a massive financial empire with multi-million-dollar mansions and lucrative endorsement deals, Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't just live in luxury. He also finds joy in simple and unique pleasures, revealing a very down-to-earth side of the Greek freak beyond the spotlight of the basketball court. A small soul in a giant body. Passion for music and dance. Greek and Nigerian soul. Giannis has a deep love for music, influenced by both his Greek and Nigerian heritage. He's a huge fan of artists like Burna Boy, Davido, and WizKid, Afrobeat stars he often plays in the Bucks locker room. He also enjoys American rap, with Kendrick Lamar and Drake on his favorites list. In a 2023 Instagram livestream, he sang along to WizKid's Sweet One, making fans laugh with his off-key but enthusiastic singing. Dancing is also an integral part of him. He often grooves to music at home or at family parties, and even performed the traditional Greek dance, Zorba, at a charity event in Athens in 2022. "I'm not a great dancer, but I love the feeling of freedom when I do it," he told ESPN. This hobby not only helps him relax, but also keeps him connected to his cultural roots. Joy with movies and comics. A nerd in a Giants body few would expect the Greek freak to be a huge fan of movies and comics. Giannis is particularly fond of superhero movies, with Marvel being his great love. He revealed in a 2021 interview with The Ringer that Avengers Endgame is the movie he's watched the most, and Iron Man is his favorite character because he's smart and never gives up. He also voiced a small character in the animated film Space Jam: A New Legacy in 2021, an experience he called a dream come true. Besides movies, he owns a significant comic book collection, from Spider-Man to Batman. He often reads them on the Bucks' long flights or before bed, seeing it as a way to escape the pressure of competition. Mariah once joked on Twitter in 2023, "Giannis might forget practice, but never forgets his comics." Humorous interests. The Bucks, king of trolls. Giannis is famous for his unique sense of humor, a hobby he brings from the Bucks locker room to his daily life. He loves telling dad jokes, simple jokes that make his teammates laugh. For example, in a 2019 press conference, he asked, "Why did the astronaut break up with his girlfriend?" "Because he needed space," making the whole room burst into laughter. He also often trolls fans on social media, like when he posted a picture of himself eating Oreos with the caption, "This is how I train." This hobby is also evident in his pranks with his brothers and teammates. In 2024, he pretended to be a reporter interviewing Thanasis after a Bucks game, asking silly questions like, "Do you think you can dunk on me?" making the whole team laugh. This playfulness not only helps him relax, but also builds close relationships within the team. While moments of joy with family, music, and comics bring Giannis Antetokounmpo peace amidst the NBA storm, the Greek freak hasn't always avoided controversy, scandals, and debates that have turned him from a fan favorite into a target of relentless criticism. The infamous collision. The collision with Kyrie Irving. Accident or intentional? One of the biggest controversies in Giannis's career occurred on June 13, 2021, during Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. In the second quarter, Kyrie Irving, while attempting a layup, landed on Giannis's foot, who had moved into the area under the basket, resulting in Irving spraining his ankle and leaving the court in pain. The Nets lost the game 96-107, and this injury sidelined Irving for the rest of the series, contributing to the Bucks advancing to the NBA Finals and eventually winning the championship. The incident immediately sparked intense controversy. Former player Jalen Rose on ABC called it a dirty play, suggesting Giannis intentionally placed his foot to endanger Irving, an unforgivable sin in the unwritten rules of the NBA. Nets fans called him a spoiler, while Bucks fans countered that it was just an accidental collision in a normal contested play. Giannis wasn't penalized during the game, and the NBA didn't pursue it afterward, but he refused to apologize, telling the press, "I didn't intentionally hurt anyone, I just play my game." Despite the Bucks' championship, the incident left a stain, with many people believing his championship was tainted by Irving's injury. The record ball controversy, the Greek freak gets angry. On December 13, 2023, Giannis scored 64 points, a personal record and a Bucks record in a 140-126 victory over the Indiana Pacers. But what should have been a glorious night turned into a controversy when he rushed into the Pacers' tunnel to reclaim the game ball, a souvenir he wanted to keep. The Pacers had taken the ball to give to rookie Oscar Childrien, who scored his first official NBA points in that game. Fan videos showed Giannis shouting, "I want that ball," and nearly getting into a physical altercation with Pacers players. After the game, Giannis expressed his disappointment in the press conference. "I don't know if I have the real ball. They didn't give it to me." The Pacers countered, accusing him of unprofessional behavior, while coach Rick Carlisle said the Bucks intentionally kept the ball to pressure them. The incident reignited the feud from the previous NBA in-season tournament semifinal, where the Pacers eliminated the Bucks. Although he eventually received a ball, it's unclear if it was the original. This event led to Giannis being criticized as childish and tarnishing his record-breaking victory. Transfer pressure and controversial statements, loyalty or threat. Since 2023, when the Bucks repeatedly failed in the playoffs after their 2021 championship, rumors about Giannis potentially leaving Milwaukee began to surface. After the 2022 to 2023 season, he told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, "If we don't win, I don't know how much longer I'll be here." This statement worried fans, and by the 2024 to 2025 season, when the Bucks had a poor start with a 1-5 record, the pressure increased. ESPN's Shams Charania reported in November 2024 that if the Bucks can't maintain long-term success, Giannis will look elsewhere. In February 2025, after another disappointing season, he added in an interview with Eurohoops, "The NBA is a business. If the GM tells me to go, I'll do my job elsewhere." Although he emphasized he wasn't actively demanding a trade, this statement was interpreted as a veiled threat to the Bucks, leading ESPN's Kendrick Perkins to criticize, "Giannis made this bet. He forced the team to fire Mike Budenholzer and trade Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard." Bucks fans worried he would leave, while teams like the Nets, Warriors, and Heat began dreaming of having the Greek freak on their roster. This controversy raises a big question about his loyalty to Milwaukee. Despite scandals like the collision with Kyrie Irving or controversial statements about failures that have caused Giannis Antetokounmpo to face public backlash, he always finds a peaceful haven in his happy marriage with Mariah Riddlesbriger and his small family, where the Greek freak is truly himself. A secret marriage. Giannis met Mariah Riddlesbriger in the mid-2010s, just as he had arrived in the United States to begin his career with the Bucks after the 2013 NBA draft. Mariah, a former volleyball player at Rice University with degrees in sports management and sociology, grew up in Fresno, California, in a sports-loving family. Her father played basketball at Fresno State. The two met in Milwaukee, where Mariah was working in the sports industry, and she was quickly drawn to Giannis's humility and determination, a young man struggling to adapt to a new life. Their relationship developed quietly, away from the prying eyes of the media. Giannis once told people that he and Mariah clicked from the start, thanks to their shared values of family and compassion. After several years of dating, they welcomed their first son, Liam Charles, on February 10, 2020, a milestone that brought them closer. Mariah shared on Instagram, "Liam gave me a purpose I never knew." From then on, they gradually became more open about their love while still maintaining their characteristic privacy. In 2023, at a charity event in Milwaukee, Giannis called Mariah his fiancée and revealed, "I'm about to marry this amazing woman." Although he didn't disclose details of the proposal, it was clear he had chosen a private moment to propose to Mariah, a decision consistent with their discreet style. Just a few days later, on September 7, 2023, they welcomed their daughter, Eva Brooke, giving them another reason to formalize their relationship. Their wedding took place in the summer of 2024 at the Costa Navarino Resort in Greece, about a 4-hour drive from Giannis's hometown of Athens. It was a secret wedding, lasting 3 days from August 30th to September 1st, with about 200 guests, including family friends, Bucks teammates like Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and even big names like LeBron James and Serena Williams. Giannis told people in September 2024, "It was a celebration of our love. We had amazing days together." The wedding had a no-tech style, requiring guests to sign a non-disclosure agreement and banning cell phones, ensuring absolute privacy. A pre-wedding party also honored his Nigerian heritage with traditional music and attire. Mariah, in an interview with Milwaukee with Kids afterward, spoke about their honeymoon phase. "Everything is wonderful. We are very happy." The wedding was not only a union of two souls, but also Giannis's commitment to his homeland, where he was once considered an outsider, now a national pride. Giannis and Mariah are parents to 3 adorable children, each with a special meaning in his life. Liam Charles, born in 2020, is named after Giannis's father, Charles, who passed away in 2017 from a heart attack. Their second son, Maverick Shea, was born on August 18, 2021, while Giannis was enjoying the glory of the NBA championship. Instead of a traditional baby shower, he and Mariah organized a diaper donation drive in Milwaukee, showing their compassion for the community. Ava Brooke, their youngest daughter, born on September 7, 2023, is the family's little princess. Giannis tweeted, "Welcome home, Ava Brooke Antetokounmpo, Daddy's little girl and her brother's sister." Ava was born just before he led the Greek national team at the 2024 Paris Olympics, where he was the honorary flag bearer. If his happy marriage with Mariah and a warm home with 3 children are where Giannis Antetokounmpo finds peace and strength, then his influence and philanthropic efforts are how the Greek freak spreads that love, turning his personal story into inspiration and support for millions around the world. Legacy of Gratitude. Charles Antetokounmpo Family Foundation. After his father, Charles, passed away in 2017 from a heart attack, Giannis and his family founded the Charles Antetokounmpo Family Foundation, CAFF, in 2022 to honor him. With the mission to help people not only survive but thrive, CAF has become a pillar in his charitable activities, focusing on education, health, and community support in Milwaukee, Greece, and Nigeria. He once told Anscape, "If there weren't people who helped my family when we were hungry, I wouldn't be standing here today. I have to give back." In 2023, CAFF donated $1 million to mental health services in Milwaukee, partnering with Antidote Health to provide free counseling to residents, an initiative reflecting his concern for often overlooked issues. In the same year, the foundation held its first fundraiser in Milwaukee, raising $1.5 million to support local nonprofit organizations. By 2024, Giannis and his wife Mariah launched Powering Milwaukee Forward, pledging another $1 million to improve education, food security, housing, and recreational spaces in the city he calls home. Supporting the community in crisis, Giannis always acts quickly when the community needs him most. In March 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic forced the NBA to suspend play, he donated $100,000 to Fiserv Forum employees who lost income due to the lack of games. This action inspired the Bucks and other teammates to contribute more, raising the total support to hundreds of thousands of dollars. He said on Twitter, "This is not just basketball. I want to help the people who make my life easier." In 2018, he partnered with the Bucks and Pick and Save to donate $50,000 in food to charities in Milwaukee for Thanksgiving, personally serving 27,000 meals to the poor. When wildfires ravaged Greece in 2021, he quietly sent $200,000 to support relief efforts, an act only revealed later by local media. These actions not only provided immediate relief, but also fostered a spirit of solidarity in the community. Antetokounmpo's Academy, giving opportunities to the next generation. In 2019, Giannis and his brothers founded the Antetokounmpo Academy with the support of Nike and Eurohoops, aiming to bring basketball and education to children from disadvantaged families in Greece. The Academy provides free coaching, footwear, and life skills development opportunities targeting children like him in the past, poor but full of potential. By 2025, the Academy had expanded to Milwaukee, supporting over 500 children each year at both locations. He also built a basketball court in Sepolia in 2024 at a cost of $1 million, turning his old neighborhood into a community sports center. "I want the kids in Sepolia to have a place to dream like I used to," he said at the opening ceremony. These efforts not only change the lives of hundreds of children, but also inspire other athletes to invest in their communities,